the third visit of the season now to the States and the second to Canada. Robbie Gordon demonstrated again that he was starting to fulfil some of his potential with his second pole position of the season, setting the fastest time in qualifying on Friday that proved unbeatable a day later. Paul Tracy came to grief in Saturday's qualifying, unhurt but with a badly bent car, and had to hitch a lift back with Nigel, who'd qualified second, the first time the Penske's needed any help. Alan Sir Jr. missed Friday's qualifying, suffering from food poisoning. He's probably not used to the water abroad yet, but on Saturday he was back, although not in top form. The Penske's shut out of rows 1 and 2.
Well, now the pace picks up. There's the green. Michael Andretti drops into third place, chasing Mansell. Scott Goodyear is fourth. Al Unser Jr. comes up to challenge on the inside of Fabi, and so does Emerson Fittipaldi. The Penske car is moving up very quickly here.
Watch the traffic jam here, under braking for this first gear hairpin on this first lap. Remember, tires are not warm enough yet.
A good jump by both Fittipaldi and Al Unser Jr. on the start. First, second, and third remain the same, then Goodyear, then Fabi. Stefan Johansson in that backup car doing very well.
Fittipaldi very slow, exiting that chicane. Bozell, look how far back he is.
Leader of the race, Robbie Gordon. With Mansell now even closer in pursuit. He dropped into the 2-second range behind Gordon, but then now he's closed into 1.1 seconds, so he's definitely in a closing posture on Robbie Gordon.
One of 7 full-course yellows caused by Theo Fabi's Hall Reynard stranded against the tyre chicane, and the field closed up behind the pace car.
All right, let's take a look at it. Tracy comes to the inside.
Clean pass, braking zone, Fabi lets him through.
Now here's where the accident occurred.
Well. Fabi was not prepared to lie down and give the position to Paul Tracy.
Mansell in pursuit of Robbie Gordon, who has led right from the start, 36 laps into the record book. And Robbie Gordon is on the pit road.
You know what happened?
He missed the corner.
Gordon He overshot turn 10.
Of course, what all of this does is brings Mansell into the lead, but look there, the 31 car. Second place, Al Unser Jr. Nigel Mansell, the leader, is in, and Gary Gerald waits.
Along with the crew, here he is, perfectly gliding to the mark. Second at Long Beach, second at Cleveland, not a winner this year. Only 3 remaining IndyCar races in his career. He wants desperately to get to the victory podium today. Little problem getting the fuel line out, but they get it just under 12 seconds. A nice stop for the Newman Haas team, and Nigel Mansell's back on course.
But Adrian Fernandez picked up the lead and then is apparently out of fuel, would be my guess.
And the resulting yellow hampered Nigel, who just pitted because the rest went in under caution, and Alan Sir Jr. completed his drive from 8th to 1st.
Well, we've had several changes in the past few seconds. Theo Fabi takes a spin, but perhaps more important, we had Paul Tracy and Michael Andretti get together. We're going to go full course yellow. 95 laps are complete, 7 laps to the conclusion of this race. Here is what originally happened with Paul Tracy and Michael Andretti.
Nigel Mansell did get caught up in that melee, and he has moved all the way back to 7th. Al Jr., who won here last year, won the inaugural event here back in 1990. So he knows what it's all about, but that's how close Robbie Gordon has come to winning an IndyCar race. He's, what, 2.5 or 3 seconds behind.
Only 2 names have ever appeared in the winner's point here in Vancouver. Al Unser Jr. has done it again. The other name would have been Michael. Robbie Gordon finishes in second. And Nigel Mansell gets together with Fittipaldi, and that's going to devastate a 4th and 5th place finish and bring Scott Goodyear forward into 4th.
Here it is here. This is braking for turn 10. Long way behind is Mansell. Oh, Emerson tries to block him. Oh, ho, ho. Emerson turned in early to try and block Mansell. Mansell was already committed and had nowhere to go, and smacks the inside concrete and Emerson at the same time.
And Mansell had a right to be angry about it.
Vancouver, for one, was probably the biggest disappointment of a race I've had, because the Newman Haas team did a superb job all weekend. Our car was really good there. We got it really, as they say over here, hooked up. And, you know, one of the restarts had little Al behind me, and I left him. there was no problem. And then to lose the race, and then ultimately then have the coming together with Emerson on the last lap on the last corner, it was just a great shame.
After his 8th win of the season, Al Unser Jr. was virtually certain of his second championship. Only Fittipaldi could catch him, but only in the opinion of the most optimistic mathematician.